is an important asset to the city of Chicago and all the communities that front it.
You know, our goal is to take kind of this existing infrastructure and turn it into a more functioning ecosystem.
Chicago is home to the world's first floating eco park, featuring a range of wildlife, from snapping turtles to beavers and even bats. It's called the Wild Mile, and it can be found in the North Branch of the Chicago River. There's a new documentary about it. It's called The Wild Mile, A River Reborn.
And two of the filmmakers join us now, Taylor Evans Gosel and Alexi Garrett. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
So what is this thing again? Can you explain what it is?
Sure. Lexi found the story. So the Wild Mile is a floating eco park. It's on the North Branch of the Chicago River. It's located behind the REI in Lincoln Park. So it's a series of connected boardwalks with wetland plants surrounding it. And people use it as a kayak launch. They can go visit and walk. It's a really wonderful space.
So, yeah, did it need to be cleaned up before you did all that happen?
So the nonprofit Urban Rivers is the one who created the Wild Mile. It came from the fact that over on the North Branch, it was kind of like an infrastructure debt in terms of like where economics used to go through. Now we don't really have a lot of shipping that way. So in order to green the space, they decided to build these floating boardwalks to make the area eco-friendly and usable in a way that it wasn't previous.
Mm-hmm. And for people who don't know about the Chicago River, I mean, if you grew up here, you're like, I don't want to spend a lot of time on the Chicago River.
Yeah.
But I mean, the engineers, when they reversed the flow of the river back in like 1900, but it was still always seemed a little, have they cleaned it up a lot, the actual river? Yeah?
Yeah, I'd say so. And well, it's really interesting. The plants on the boardwalk actually help clean the river, and they're bringing back some fish and other animal species there. It's once again a really amazing project.
What species are in there that weren't there before?
I think the beavers, some people have spotted otter, so it's really cool. Animals are coming back.
Yeah.
And are they going to do this in other locations? So you say it's one chunk. Are they trying to do it in other spots on the river too?
You know, that's a good question. Right now, they're trying to make it a mile long, but the goal for Urban Rivers is to inspire other rivers all around the world to take their initiative and go forth and do it in places like, you know, New Orleans and Boston, places like that.
So it's kind of like, it looks like it's extending the side of the boardwalk and then just having some green life on top of it, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that would make it a lot nicer.
So what appealed to you as filmmakers?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like there's a lot of human emotion necessarily in this, or is there, that we're missing?
Yeah, I think what appealed to us as filmmakers is the community and the people who built it. It was really a community project. Like, people who are from the Lincoln Park area actually bolted the boardwalk together with Urban Rivers. So I found that the community involvement really made it, I don't know, special.
Mm-hmm. And what's your, you guys also did a documentary a couple of years ago about Washington Square Park, which I didn't realize is that's the oldest park in Chicago?
Yes, it is.
And what would people be surprised to learn about that?
Just how much history is in that park. You know, it used to be called Bughouse Square colloquially because it was a free speech zone. And it was also the site of the first gay pride rally in the United States.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting. So if people want to get more information about the Wild Mile, A River Reborn, it's on their website or YouTube page, and you can follow them on Instagram. Thanks so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.